Hello, welcome to Chair Yoga. My name's Jane and this is my poor little sick beagle Samson. He's dealing with a bit of skin condition, so he's wearing his little Jedi robes. He's going to hang out with us for a while at least. So welcome, let's just take some time to arrive. So I really encourage you to find a chair that's really comfortable, sitting back in the chair. We want the knees about hip width apart, ankles just beneath the knees, resting your hands wherever it's comfortable. And you might like to have a little candle with you as you practice. It really helps provide a point of focus if you place it in front of you. So I invite you to gaze at the candle or close your eyes, or even just gently cast your eyes down and just find a few beautiful belly breaths. This is a really simple form of yogic breathing. You might like to place your hands on your tummy. And as you inhale, just visualize the belly expanding like a balloon. As you exhale, belly moves back towards the spine. So just finding that very gentle flow for yourself. Beautiful. Okay, so we're just going to do a really simple flow here, just basically a stretch all the way through the body. And the whole goal of this practice today is, as I said, gentle stretch and just to relax and de-stress a bit. A lot of us are dealing with chronic illness and chronic pain, and we just need a very gentle practice that helps relax the whole body. That really does help with pain and our experience of pain. So we're going to start by coming into seated mountain, Tadasana. So we're just going to sit forward on our chair a little bit, bringing our back away from the back of the chair, bringing a focus to our deep abdominal muscles. So we really want to be aware of having a really good focus in those muscles, keeping them strong and engaged. So especially when we're moving away from the vertical, our whole core area is supported. That will really protect our lower back and help prevent any injuries. So we're going to start bringing our attention down to our feet. So just beginning with an inhale, just gently lifting up onto the toes. Exhale, coming back to the heels. Really take your time with this. And bringing our feet back to rest on the ground. Inhaling once, just gently lifting and stretching those toes one more time, gently placing them down on the mat. On an inhale, we start to inhale, draw that energy up the legs, bringing our focus deep into the seat of the pelvic floor. So this is kind of like the foundation of this pose, whether you're seated or standing. And just bringing your attention to the base of the spine. Imagine those muscles gently engaging, maybe a little lift deep in the core of the body. And just taking a couple of beautiful breaths there. Continuing that inhale, we come a little higher, just to the next lock, which is just under the belly button. Again, finding a couple of beautiful breaths, bringing focus to those deep abdominal muscles. Inhaling, strong core. Keep imagining that spine getting nice and tall. See if you can visualize space between the vertebrae and the spine. Inhaling once more, gently lifting the shoulders, rolling them back into a nice neutral position. And finally checking the position of the head. So we really want to make sure that our head is resting comfortably. So many of us have a tendency to stick the head forward a little bit. very gently guiding the chin down. Once we found that alignment, inhaling, opening the arms to the side and finding a few beautiful breaths. This pose is really beautiful. It helps us find balance in both sides of the body, reminds us of good posture, and really helps us feel grounded. Really important if we're feeling anxious or a little low with our mood. That just really helps us to find that ground, find that earth again. If you're finished with that, inhale, just very gently coming up as far as you can manage. Exhale, coming down. Beautiful. Coming back to the center. We're going to keep moving down now into the body, starting with the neck. Inhaling, nice tall spine, and exhale, slowly turning as far as you can to look over your right shoulder. When you're ready to inhale, inhale, slowly coming back to the front. Exhale, slowly going over to the left side. So just following your own breath here. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the side. Now we've got Jack the Beagle is helping with a little bit of snoring for our soundtrack. Inhale, coming back to the center. Beautiful. Okay, we're just going to move into the shoulders a little bit. Gentle rotation of the shoulders. Inhale, lifting up and back. Exhale, down and forward. And just really keeping this nice and gentle. Many of us have chronically stiff neck and shoulders. So don't be hard on yourself with this movement. Make it really small and slow if you need to. And we're going to start bringing the arms in just a little bit. Inhaling as we open up, exhale down. All the time remembering we still want to have that really firm tummy. Beautiful. Okay, coming back to the center. We're going to move down into the spine a little bit more. Very gentle cat-cow flow. So we're starting from our seated mountain. Just hands resting comfortably on your knees. On an inhale, just lifting up through the heart center, looking up as far as is comfortable for your neck, and shoulders gently rolling back. On an exhale, again, very gentle, tummy tucks into the spine, chin rolls forward, shoulders come forward, find that little cat stretch. And again, just finding that very gentle flow for yourself. These movements might be really small. If you have problems with your spine, you never want to put too much stress on this important part of the body, but we also want to encourage very gentle movement between all the vertebrae of the spine. Inhaling, lifting, looking up, exhale, coming back to the center. Beautiful. Shaking the fingers out a little bit, getting a little bit of circulation going to the hands. Just a very gentle flow now with the arms. Inhale, coming up as far as you can. Doesn't have to be overhead. Really pay attention. Especially if you're dealing with shoulder injuries, maybe you're only lifting a really tiny bit. Any sort of movement is good movement as long as we're moving and gently breathing, never forcing ourselves into that point of pain. That's not what this practice is about. We're going to go forward now. Inhale, coming up, and we're going to sweep gently to the right. Inhaling with the breath, exhale gently to the other side. So just a very gentle twist. Again, making sure that the tummy is nice and strong. We're protecting that lower back. Inhale, slowly coming back to the center. A little stretch for the hands. Remember, we're trying to move and stretch everything that we can in this practice. Beautiful. Coming in front of us, gentle circles. And then very gently closing the hands into fists, finding those circles again. Reversing, gently going the other way. Beautiful. All the time keeping that beautiful breath going. And exhale down. Okay, we're going to take a bit of a wider stance now. We're going to work on the core a little bit with these movements. So again, making sure we feel really strong in our tummy muscles is going to help protect the lower back. We're going to start an exercise I like to call stirring the pot. So this is dedicated to all the troublemakers everywhere. You know who you are. Inhaling, nice tall spine, and on an exhale, just finding that very gentle rotation of the spine. Beautiful. And you can make this really slow and luxurious. See if you can find that flow with the breath. If you're feeling really good, really strong in the tummy, you can bring the arms in, stir that pot a little more. Beautiful. Slowly coming back to the center, getting ready, supported again. Inhale, nice and tall. And exhale, finding that rotation in the other direction. Beautiful. And again, if you want to bring the hands in a little bit more challenge, stirring your pot the other way. Let's see if you can remember which direction you were going. Beautiful. And slowly coming back to the center. Okay, keeping this wide stance again, we want to keep the ankles underneath the knees, making sure this is comfortable for your hips. You might be a little narrow if your hips are really tight. Inhale, nice and tall. On an exhale, we're just going to come forward, strong tummy, and just leaning on the thighs a little bit. And gazing at the floor, probably 3 or 4 feet in front of you. Spine is really long in this pose. This is a nice extension. Finding that beautiful breath. And when you're ready, inhale, strong core, gently helping yourself up, nice strong spine, head coming up last, beautiful. Okay, we're going to come down to the feet, and this might be a bit of a challenge with Samson here, but we'll do our best. So we're going to wake up our feet, we're going to wake up Samson, and also very gently begin to wake up the hips. We might have to move him a little bit. Okay. So windshield wipers. So we're starting from seated mountain. Inhale, nice and tall, keeping that engagement in the core. And just very gently rocking the knees side to side. And if you'll notice, as I move from side to side, I try and get length in that deep hip flexor muscle there. Now you might be really tight, and that might be a lot more difficult for you. That's okay. This is just a place where you can start slowly moving towards this. And Samson is not impressed. I tell you, this yoga business is really tough. And coming back to the center, we're going to do a little stretch of the leg. So Samson's going to just sit over to the side. We're going to come forward on the edge of the chair, not so far that you fall off. We want our left knee to be very supported. Thank you, Samson. Keeping the right knee a little bit soft, so be prepared to bend it. We're going to do a little bit of a forward fold here. Oh, thanks for the stabilization. Inhale, nice and tall, supporting ourselves with our left hand. Exhale, slowly sliding down that right leg. Doesn't matter how far you go, keeping that knee soft. So maybe you're just going down to the shin. Really good if you can make the toes, but that's not the goal. Finding that beautiful breath. And inhaling, strong tummy, slowly sliding up, head coming up last. Beautiful. Going to the other side now. Extending the left leg this time. Right knee is bent, supporting us. Samson is helping out. Keeping that left knee as soft as you need to. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, slowly sliding down that leg again. Finding that beautiful stretch. And then finding that lovely breath. Inhale, strong tummy, slowly sliding up that leg, spine coming up strong, head coming up last. Beautiful. We're going to sit back on our chair now. And on an inhale, just bringing up the right leg, just finding some very gentle circles with the foot. And going the other way. And a gentle flex back and forward. See if you can feel that really strong contraction in the muscle at the back of the calf. And be aware that we're also keeping those tummy muscles nice and strong. We're working the quad muscles in the thigh. And exhale down. Other side now. Inhale, lifting up, finding that gentle rotation of the ankle. Keeping that core nice and strong, and coming the other way. Taking your time. Maybe you're feeling really stiff so that your circles are really slow. That is wonderful. Whatever feels good to your body. And then finding that very gentle flex. Feeling that pumping in the back of the calf. And exhale, coming down. Beautiful. So to finish this off, we're just going to do a couple of really gentle seated sun salutations. Now the only word of caution I want to add here is if you're someone who has a condition like glaucoma or high blood pressure, you may not want to bring your head very far forward. So talk to your doctor about that. Otherwise, we're just going to take a wider stance. If you're like me and you've got a bit of a tummy, you can make some room for the belly. And starting from this wide seated mountain, nice tall spine, keeping those shoulders relaxed, tummy is engaged. When you're ready, flowing with the breath. Inhale, lifting as far as is comfortable. Exhale, gently folding forward, just hugging the outside of the legs. Inhale, just lifting a little, looking up. Exhale, folding forward a little deeper if you can. Inhale, very gentle, strong tummy, arms coming up as far as is comfortable and down into prayer. One more. Inhale, arms sweeping up. Exhale, folding forward as far as you can. Inhale, lifting a little, looking up, strong tummy. Exhale, folding forward a little deeper if you can. Inhale, strong tummy, strong spine, arms reaching up and coming back to the center. Beautiful. Okay, so bringing the hands down to rest. Let's get comfortable and just do a few gentle breaths to close off our practice. So again, bringing our attention down to our feet on the mat. Feet are nice and grounded. We're seated comfortably. Inhale once more, rolling those shoulders down, nice and relaxed. Nice long spine. And the back of the chair is really supporting you. Hands resting wherever is comfortable. If it feels good, you might want to place your hands on your heart and just feel that beautiful breath flowing in and out. So again, gazing at your candle, closing your eyes or gazing down, just finding a few gentle breaths. Just closing with a small meditation. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be safe from harm. May you be loved. May you know ease and well-being. Thank you for joining me today. Take care of yourself, beautiful souls. Namaste.